Good. All right. So we found out that the motor driver for this guy was indeed faulty, and so we've eliminated that motor for now, and instead we have wrapped its wire around the other motor to keep this level, and we would just like to demonstrate that our Y control does in fact exist and works correctly. It's just that this faulty motor was screwing things up. And so we're gonna boot up the GUI here, and we'll connect to the serial port for the XB Explorer dongle. When we connect, the GUI portrayal of this system pops up, and all the ratio and dimensions of the structure in the GUI match the real world. And so the first thing that we need to do is calibrate, and so we'll see we calibrate Y first, and then X. After we calibrate and it reaches this is the maximum X position, the robot, this is going to light up. The robot has just told me that it switched itself into manual mode, and that's so that if this autonomous calibration was faulty for some reason, we could move the system around via manual control, as seen here. This is in the X direction, positive Y, negative Y, and positive X. And again, if we just move down, we can recalibrate, and because this autonomous system is working, there is no need for the manual intervention. And so when it switches me into manual mode, I will instead just confirm that it is in the correct upper corner position. And once I confirm that, the manual control is turned off, and we can now proceed to drag the robot anywhere on the structure we want, get the position of this the robot in the GUI, and then ask it to move to that position, or we could simply type a coordinate in. So let's start with that. We'll go to 100, 500, and that is in centimeters. It's also important to note this status text down here, which is time-stamped to verify that we meet the 500 millisecond requirement. For example, the robot was commanded to calibrate. It began doing so in less than 30 seconds. And anything prefixed by robot in capitals is the robot talking to the operator's interface, which is represented by this GUI. So now, once I hit go to coordinates, the robot will go to 100 centimeters in X and 50 centimeters in Y. And remember, this is a Y value of 0 and the maximum X position. So I hit go to coordinates, and the robot begins to move.
Point up the desired position.
The desired position is what, 150 right here, and it stops. I'd say a centimeter off in X and 2 in Y. And now I can drag the robot and just to some random position, hit get position in the GUI. It populates the X coordinate and Y coordinate fields with wherever the robot is in the GUI, and then I can hit go to the coordinates, and the robot begins to move. This desired position is 171 centimeters in X, so this is about like a centimeter and a quarter off, and then 35.5 in Y, which is pretty much where it is. Okay, and to demonstrate the emergency stop, which is this big red button right here, I will put the robot all the way in the bottom corner. I will hit go to coordinates. If you want to back up, get the robot into view. I'll hit go to coordinates. Oh, sorry, I forgot to get the position of where I moved it to. So I get the position of that bottom left corner. I hit go, and I hit stop, and it ceases to move. And we could recalibrate from here. We could do some more manual control, whatever we wanted to do. And you can toggle this manual control on and off. And why don't we go, we went to how many positions? 2? So we need to go to 5. So let's go to a couple more. So I'll get this position, which is 27 in X, 47 in Y, and 27 in X is somewhere over here, and 47 in Y, 10, 20, 30, 40, and that's slightly past 45. And what was my other dimension? 27. So 27, 47. Fairly close. Let's go to the bottom right corner. I'll get that position. Hit go to coordinates. This lip isn't flush, so the robot just got caught there. We'll be adding some sort of caster to reduce friction. Again, this lip isn't flush either. And this is 229, which you'll see this is 230. So this is about a centimeter behind, which is good. And then 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. This one is a little shy. This should be closer to here, 69. So that's, I don't know, 2.5, 3 centimeters off. That was what, 3? And we need to do 2 more positions.
I think we have done it 4.
That was 4? Okay, so we'll do 1 more. Let's go to the top left. Actually, let me show. Yeah, let me show fake inputs or out of bound inputs. So the max X value is 229 centimeters. The max Y value is 69.5 centimeters. So if I try to put in 300 and I hit go to coordinates, right here it says X coordinate 300 out of bounds, and it gives me the range. I can do the same in Y, and it will say Y coordinate out of bounds, or I could do it in both, and it will respond that both are out of bounds. And finally, let's type in 0, 0, and do another complete diagonal, and hit go to coordinates. And this is our 0, 0, so we're perfect in Y and 1.5 centimeters off in X. And then again, we could calibrate from here. I could tell it to stop. And yeah, that's pretty much everything, I think. Ah, yes, okay. So we will do 1 minute of manual control, starting now, as it just started a minute.
Go left. Stop. Go up. Stop. Go right. Stop. Down. Stop. Left. Up. Left.
Oh, that's right. Whoops. I pressed right instead.
Down. Now up and right.
Can't do both at the same time. It's just one at a time.
Right.
I'm running out of battery. That's 1 minute. Alrighty. Sounds good. It's just calibrating.
Team G.
Team G.